Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. So, third time lucky today. Did about 3 Facebook Lives, and I think finally this one's going to work. Scale tip number 7. Maybe if you can see that a bit more clearly, be better. Hit myself in the face with the iPad. Today, very simple message, but also very important, right? So, the more you charge, the easier business will be. The more you charge, the easier business will be. So what you want to avoid as an entrepreneur is being the Walmart of your niche. So in the UK, we have a company called Tesco. Okay, Tesco. And it's a chain of supermarkets, much like Walmart. And their motto is pile it high, price it low. So what they do is they always try to be the cheapest for every commodity, for milk, bread, Doritos, juice, groceries. Their thing is we want to be the cheapest. And there's only one thing you can guarantee if you go for being cheap, right? And that is that you have to have volume, right? So what Tesco's do, the same as Walmart, any discount store, a cheap store, is they will buy ridiculous amounts of bulk, right? So instead of buying, 100 cartons of milk, they'll buy 100,000, and they'll get an incredible deal with the supplier because they have so much buying power. They can do this stuff. They'll probably also be able to put pressure on the supplier to give them the stuff cheaper, or they'll cut ties and the supplier will lose the business. So they have power to be able to undercut the competition. Also, they'll do things like going into negative with certain products, right? So they'll make a loss on certain products like milk and things like that. So they'll do these buy one, get one free deals, 2 for 1, 3 for 1, just to get people into the store. So when they buy other products, which are slightly more overpriced, that's where they recoup their profits, right? So they're going for insane amounts of volume, and they're very happy to have razor thin margins because they have things like investors and other people who can help them go into the red, right? So they can be profitable long term. So that's how it works in the retail world and in the e-commerce world. But actually, one thing is always true. If you want growth by volume, then no matter what industry you're in, you will always have to go into the red in order to make it work. That's a universal truth. So for example, I know a lot of coaches who think it might be awesome to run some kind of continuity program. So for example, I don't know, $50 a month membership site. And they think, well, if I get 1,000 members, then I'll have an amazing recurring revenue stream in my business, right? And that's the business model they want to go for. And look, this business model can work. It's worked for a lot of people. It can be very, very profitable. But in most cases, if you really want to grow a business like that long term, then you have to go deeply into the red in order to get more members. So this is what people with big continuity programs do. And this, by the way, isn't a new thing. This has been happening since the infomercial days and even before that, when they used to do other continuity programs for like beauty products and stuff like that. It would be a competition. And let's say, 10 people in a marketplace have continuity programs, which are very, very cheap. It would be a competition for who can go most into the red. So for example, let's say you spend $500 to acquire a client. That means after 10 months of someone paying $50 per month, then you would be profitable. Well, let's say because they have more resources, more buying power, more cash available, the business next to you can spend $600 to acquire a customer, right? And they can wait 12 months until they're profitable, right? That business will win because they can get more leads, they can get more customers, and they can grow their program faster, right? This is how it works if you want volume. If you want to have, a very cheap offering and you just want loads and loads of people in the cheap offering, you're going to have to go into the red. So what I'm saying here is, if you want to charge very small amounts for most of your products, then understand that that's the game you have to play, right? And it's not easy, right? In fact, if you look at any business that's going for volume, they don't make a profit for a very long time. Look at Amazon, for example. Look at their profit margins over the years. I mean, it's basically nothing until now it's starting to be profitable. It's exactly the same model. So if you want an easy time, right, as an entrepreneur, it's always easier to charge more. It's always easier, and here's why, right? In order to sell a more high ticket program, you need less sales, right? You need less sales, you need less clients. If you want to make a certain amount a month, right, then obviously if it's much cheaper, you need loads more clients in order to make up that goal. But if you're charging more, it takes less clients to get there. When you have less clients, life is easier, right? Because you have less. You can give them a better deal. You can give them more time and attention, give them a better service. Usually the clients are better quality as well because they've invested more in their education, and it's a sign that they're more serious. It enables you to spend more on advertising, right? Because you could spend whatever 10k on ads, and if you just get one client, then it will be worth it and you'll get an ROI. And it's better positioning as well, because if you charge more, then it looks like you're more of a catch as a coach. So the only thing I'm trying to say today is that every single indication points to charging more. Charging more is always going to be an easier road for you as an entrepreneur if that's the strategy you choose to do. Now, you can have some cheap programs, definitely, right? You can have, a few $7 products, or maybe a continuity site that you have as an option. But the main thing that you offer, whether it's the mastermind, the coaching program, the big back end thing, you should charge as much as you possibly can. So here's one recommendation I have for you. Here's one recommendation. Try charging more the next time you sell your flagship program. Try charging more. Now this can be a really, really effective strategy, but you have to justify charging more. So there's a few ways you can do it, and you can add more stuff and then charge more. You can add more intimate support and try charging more. I mean, if customers have said to you that, oh, this is cheap, you should definitely be charging more. If they're not hesitating when they buy, and they're not thinking about the price, so they haven't said, that's quite expensive, it's a sign you could easily charge more. So it's definitely something to test. And one thing I do whenever I up my prices is sometimes I'll offer a price increase sale. All right, so what this is basically where I say, next month, the price of this program is going to be going up. Right. The reason why is because we've got some incredible results. We've added more stuff to the program. The community's better. The value's just way increased, and we feel like it's worth more now. So, as a loyal subscriber, as a loyal customer, as someone who's been following me for a long time, you will get the chance to join at the current price right now before the price increases. And you can send a few emails, you can have like a deadline and say this is the day it's going to increase, join by then if you want to get it at the current price. Now there's something that happens when you do a sale like this where people just cannot miss out on the opportunity to get something at the current price. Okay, so if you want one of the best scarcity, like genuine scarcity tactics to use to create a rush of sales, this one is powerful. But whatever you do, please try a way to find a way to charge more, because everything in your business will be easier. And I would personally avoid tactics where you're trying to be the cheapest. All right, hope this tip was insightful, helpful. And hey, if you want to join a bunch of awesome people inside a group who are all coaches, consultants, online course creators, and they want to scale, the business is doing well right now, but they want to grow, then all you have to do is click the link that I've put in the first comment on this post, and you can join the group. Request to join. There's a couple questions there, and if you fill in your email, I'll actually send you one of my paid resources for free. Okay, so there's a book that teaches you the 2 ancient marketing strategies that all huge coaches use. to scale their business. And it's very powerful, and you get a bonus training with it and everything. Usually charge for it, you can have it for free. All right. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this was helpful. Hope it got you thinking about your long-term strategy and gave you some ideas. And I'll see you tomorrow for scale tip number 8.